It's a little erotic, bro.
Okay, so somehow this completely slipped my mind, but the Paul American trailer has been released. So we're back talking about Logan Paul and Jake Paul because there's nothing else going on, and if we can't talk about KSI or any other topic, you know, Logan Paul and Jake Paul were the trusty old reliable. But if you've been living under a brick or you have no idea, basically Jake Paul and Logan Paul for HBO Max are doing a reality TV series called Paul American. I don't know anybody who, when we need a Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Paul family documentary series, I don't know anybody who's been saying that. I don't even really know the target audience here or the target demographic. Realistically, the people going to be watching this are going to be streamers and commentary content creators looking to make a quick buck off it. I mean, that is very literally what I'm doing right now. So without further ado, let me stop padding out the runtime and let's dive straight into this trailer.
It's a little erotic, bro. Like, if we're both in these, at what point do we go from being brothers to
I
love?
love how that's something they're put into the trailer, right? Really trying to encapsulate an audience. Who's looking at that and going, this is a show I need to desperately watch when it releases? Because not only do you get one Paul brother, you get the other Paul brother, and then you get their dad, Greg Paul. And we all know Greg Paul's a great human being.
Just saying, people loved the Menendez Brothers show.
Oh, shut them.
Yeah. This is America.
Yeah. The currency isn't being liked. The currency is attention.
I mean, very true, but you can also get positive attention instead of negative attention, but it seems like Logan Paul really tries to draw himself to the negative attention. There was a while when everyone thought that, you know, Logan Paul was on his path of reform, right? He was doing loads of positive things. He seemed like a, you know, a more improved, well-rounded individual. Not anymore. See, I'm not very interested in what they're putting in the show. I want to see what they've cut out of the show, because coming from Greg Paul and a few other people, there's going to be some awful things that HBO have had to cut out. For everybody watching, are any of you going to be watching this show? I haven't really seen anybody out there talking positively about this show, so I'm genuinely intrigued if there is anybody who's going to be watching this show with a positive mindset because they're genuinely looking forward to it or interested in it.
What can you do with attention? The answer is anything.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. When we standing on business.
It's really cute how they're announcing who Logan Paul and Jake Paul is, just in case you have no idea who they are, because realistically, whilst they probably want a general and wider audience to be watching this show, the only people going to be watching this show are people that already know these two, and either hate them or like them. See, I might be wrong, and you know, I'll put my hands up, but I genuinely don't think a generalized audience would be interested in a show about the lives of the Paul family.
And now it's time for America to meet
Our family.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Cancel culture can suck my ass all day.
A beautiful choice of words from Greg Paul, a famously uncontroversial person. I really like how this reality show is framed, right? Like, you've never seen anything from the Paul family before. Like, you haven't seen them for the past decade in vlogs and stuff. You haven't seen them around. You haven't seen their weird behavior, their ludicrous actions. You know, they're really trying to get it with a clean slate. Because realistically, this reality show is no different to their daily vlogs, right? When they were vlogging constantly, you know, it's no different to that. When we would see Greg Paul constantly, their mum constantly, we see all the weird behavior they were all up to, right? There's no difference to that to this. No difference at all. So phrasing it in this way, like nobody has any idea who these people are at all, and, you know, in the type of meet the family sense, it's really funny.
Go fuck yourself. For all the women out there that say, oh, you're toxic, kiss my toxic ass.
More beautifully chosen words from the very, very famous and uncontroversial father, Greg Paul. Having Greg Paul in this show is like a walking, talking liability. And I'd honestly pay a pretty penny to see all the things they cut out from what Greg Paul said, right? Because regardless of what he says in this show that might be controversial, might be heinous, I'm telling you, it's 10 times worse of whatever they've cut out.
The internet could be so mean. Did you drop your kids on their head?
I mean, when it comes to Logan Paul and Jake Paul, I think those are pretty important and necessary questions to be asking. I mean, she stated there the internet is pretty mean, which at times it definitely can be, but when it's usually directed towards Jake Paul and Logan Paul, it's because they're bad people and they've done something wrong. Of course, if you scam your audience or film something in a forest, then, you know, people might call that out and be a little bit mean to you.
Greg should have pulled out.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they've edited that together to make him say yeah. If they haven't, then that is the first base thing that Greg Paul has ever said in his entire existence. It's also, for the fellow man, probably the only thing they can actually agree with Greg Paul publicly without getting lynched.
We found out I'm pregnant.
So we spent $30K on a gender reveal party.
The second one, we'll get a balloon and call it a day.
I mean, whilst that gender reveal party probably cost, you know, $30K or whatever they've said, alright? they made it back when the baby was born because, you know, Logan Paul is lunched in prime stacked up against the window.
And of course, we have our snacks and our energy drink, none other than the greatest meals in the world. Lunchly, of course, we have the turkey, cheese, and cracker stack. Also the Fiesta Nachos, my personal favorite.
Love.
You know, it's fine. They probably made that 30k back tenfold by promoting Lunchy when she's just given birth. But I mean, I find that clip still just absolutely hilarious and just absolutely demonic, right? Imagine your wife is just giving birth to your daughter, and the thing you've decided to use it as is publicity for your brand new snack item. I mean, as well, they're all leaning against the window, so it means that he must have had to bring them to the emergency room when she's been given birth, right? And then he's had to place them up against the window so he can get the best angle for the promotion. It's just absolutely amazing. I wonder if it's quality scenes like that we'll be seeing in this reality TV show, because if so, then I will give them their props. It will be absolutely incredible.
This is the biggest journeys of our lives. And what, am I standing kind of funny?
Like an upset housewife.
So you should watch the show for more funny moments like that. Forget the money you're owed for CryptoZoo. It's really funny how he's standing.
We both want to become champions. We bring out the best in each other. I think Jake has your back more than maybe the other way around.
Oh, some setup beef for the TV show. We love to see it. Probably not even setup, maybe even more out of context beef for the TV show trailer. Because see, if it was genuinely real or, you know, there was a lot more to it, this would have been all out there publicly already, right? This is Logan Paul and Jake Paul we're talking about. This would have been everywhere. See, HBO's pulling out all the tricks to try and make people watch this show, and it will not work. I'm telling you now, it will not work.
Jake texted me. You are truly a gaslighting, delusional, ego-driven narcissist.
You don't even tell a single fucking friend, bro.
Okay, so similar to what I said about Greg Paul, if this is based in truth, and this is something that's actually happened and it's not set up, this might be the most base thing Jake Paul has ever said, ever. He's speaking the truth. I've never agreed more with Jake Paul. I mean, the only thing I would have to say is that, you know, don't forget his one and only friend, KSI.
Go fuck yourself.
This baby opened up a gentle side of the Pauls.
Oh, it's smelly.
Where's that been on my bill? You're in the time.
They could cancel our show.
If only that did happen. If only they did cancel the show and it was Greg Paul's fault. I mean, realistically, if the show does get cancelled in the future, it'll probably be down to Greg Paul.
I've sprained my ankle. My fight with Tyson, now it's in jeopardy.
I'm willing to risk everything.
God, I hate this.
I just have one thing to say.
Launch chains on fire.
To my whole family, shut the fuck up. We got a show to make. And
See, if you're like me, I'm already saving the date, March 27th, right? I'm absolutely ecstatic. Forget the rest of the month, that's the day I'm focused on. I can't wait for this show's bloody release. I'm absolutely energetic about it. But I am genuinely curious if this show will get a lot of traction, if people are genuinely interested in it, if it'll be an overall success, or if it'll be a failure. I mean, I think it's really up in the air with a show like this. Maybe people might watch it and might enjoy it, or I think what will happen is the overwhelming majority of the viewership will be from people hate watching and commentary YouTubers and other people wanting to talk about this show. But everybody watching, what's your thoughts on this? Please feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments, and once you're done there, you might as well smash the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a future upload. But I've been your host Samuel, and I will catch you in the next YouTube video.